Latinos in Texas, a district that's 97% Latino, went 75 percentage points for Donald Trump. Why?
Misogyny.
It's on the border.
It's
the border
misogyny.
crisis is on their doorstep.
So
and they were begging people to care about it for years. We need to take some lessons.
That's what that was.
Misogyny and sexism.
Sure, all that, and the price of butter. Sunny gets the game ball. If it wasn't for her, asking that question, it might have been a closer election.
Keep it up. Keep giving evidence because you look hysterical. That's just the same thing I keep saying. These people look hysterical.
3 weeks ago, somebody who was going to be voting for Kamala Harris came up to me and said, "Oh my God, Trump's going to win." I go, "Why is that?" He goes, "I went to the grocery store. Butter's over $3. I kind of laughed and I said, "Well, that's kind of reductive, isn't it?" Said it to myself. To him, I smiled and I said, "Good point." But it actually, everything we're hearing after the election is,
I'm just saying,
is
the $7.
What's that?
The $7.
What's that? Butter is $7?
Yeah.
What?
First of all, this is Tyrus getting ready to dog the women of The View. He's going to obliterate the women of The View. But they started off with this Joe Scarborough clip. I'm about to start watching MSNBC just for these two. Because she's going, allegedly in my opinion, she's going to pay for that when they get home. He's going to rail, with his mouth, yell at her. Because she's like, no, it's $7. And he's looking like, what's that? And what that is, it's, are you, trying to make me look dumb and you're taking their side? You felt like now was the time to say $7?
Is it framed in gold?
Okay.
Anyway,
where you go.
Hope it tastes good, right? Stunned about the price of butter. It's not a surprise to everyday Americans. Prices of groceries and other basics have been soaring during the Biden years. And here to talk about is Todd Pyro, Fox and Friends first co-host, and Tyrus, Fox News contributor. And gentlemen, nice to see you both. If you voted for Donald Trump, and if you were concerned about the cost of food and groceries, 60% of you voted for Team Red over the weekend. Got that? 60%.
Yeah, Joe is struggling. When you have to make up stories to people because he didn't know. And I think Micah might be coming around because she had to correct him, like, it's $7. But it was just the whole thing, the whole country across. It was a multicultural landslide election. Everybody did. Blacks, whites, Asians, Hispanics, gay, straight, because everybody does not like paying $7 for butter, $9 for eggs.
Guys, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and the notification bell. Guys, thank you to every eye that lands on these videos. I really, truly enjoy making them for you. Let's go.
$4 a gallon, almost $5 in some states for gas. So it was across the board. It was an election of policy.
The pinch is real.
The feelings are out of it. Yeah. Wokeism's out of it. It was, everybody in America wants to succeed. And when you're losing at the dinner table, that's tough to stomach.
And Todd, this is the other thing that happened. College professors are basically cutting classes, saying, look, if this is the Harvard Crimson, Harvard professors cancel classes as students feel blue after Trump win. This is ridiculous.
Look at this. I'm not shocked about this. And, they're going to talk about this or whatever. I'm not shocked about this at all because they teach these kids all of these labels in these schools. They teach them these labels that don't mean anything anymore. Fascist. I got to be careful because I'm going to trip something in the algorithm, right? But these kids, all they know is ideology. It's all, look, let me tell you. It's all ideology, right? And I'm going to make it quick. I don't even like the word populism anymore, okay? I don't want anything that feels like an ism or ideology or a label on it. I want common sense, practical policies that help the American people. That's it. We don't even have to have a name for it, okay? We don't. And I'm predicting, to be honest, by 2028, because even though right now it's looking good, Republicans won and everything. And there's a good feeling and everything, right? But I am predicting that by 2028, we might see an independent make some moves. Not an independent like like The Rock or somebody. Like, that's just ridiculous, right? People are going to start to pull away from it all. And they're just going to say, listen, I just want a practical person who's going to do what they're supposed to do for the country. That's it.
Schools. It's Ivy League schools. I worked my entire 0 to 18 life so that I could get into an Ivy League school because I thought it was the pinnacle. The reason you want it to be your pinnacle is because you know when you go to an employer and you say, I went to Dartmouth or I went to this other Ivy League school, that's a sign that you are smart and you're ready to work. In 2024, it's not that sign anymore. It's a sign that you are weak, that you are entitled, and that's why you are seeing so many employers say, I don't want the Harvard grad anymore, because this is how they are coddled. In a workplace, look at our week. We did a lot of extra work, every single person on here
Speak
this
for
week,
yourself, Britt.
and there were no complaints. Why? Because that's what you do at a job. And look at that response.
It's never been a better time to be at the University of Phoenix. It really is. Like, it's about education and work. We need to bring trade schools back. These professors should be fired. Your job is there to educate, not put your feelings. I can't go to work today because I didn't get my way. That's a professor. I'd pull my kid out.
Teachers, I would have assigned extra work.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And you know what? And write an essay about it too while you're at
And
it.
I
It'll count
believe
for
that.
half your grade.
Did you say Micah? It's Mika.
Mika.
Oh, I don't
I
watch.
just wanna-
Is that, you know what? You're overworked. You're tired. You stood up all night. Slapped my hands. I said,
Holler. Because why did he come back to that? But listen, you know what's so terrible about that is that you have people who are saying that they don't want Harvard students, is what he said. They better bring it all back, right? Remove the Marxism from the schools. Because it shouldn't be like that. We should have institutions that have reputable, reputations, right? Like good reputations, credible, that stand for something. Why are we allowing our institutions to be poisoned still to this day with this kind of Marxist ideology that does nothing for people? Nothing. The only ism, listen, I made up a new ism, practicalism. That's it.
Tyrus,
you know what? They
you gotta get
mispronounced
the names right.
Donald Trump's name. They kept calling him Hitler, so I think I can get a pass if I want to call her Mika,
He said that
Michelangelo.
for the safety of, like he was out of arm's
You
reach.
want to fight? You want
I
to fight?
want to move on though from this weird fight because they're gonna play the clip from The View where the View's just been on everybody's radar, everybody's radar.
Watch this, Tyrus.
Latinos in Texas, a district that's 97% Latino, went 75 percentage points for Donald Trump. Why?
Misogyny.
It's on the border.
It's
the border
misogyny.
crisis is on their doorstep.
So-
and they were begging people to care about it for years. We
Misogyny
need to
and
take some
sexism.
lessons.
That's what that was.
Misogyny and sexism.
Sure, all that, and the price of butter. Sonny gets the game ball. If it wasn't for her, asking that question, it might have been a closer election. But when nothing really comes to mind, I was like, cha-ching. Listen, they're bitter, they're angry, they're entitled. They also should be. This should have been a reset for everyone who pushed lies and misinformation for the last. They call him Hitler. They call these things. America rejected them, and instead of coming back and saying we lied, they instead are now doubling down. So let her keep doing it, because if she keeps that up, we're going to keep getting the Senate and probably the House and the White House, because people see right through your lies. So keep doing what you're doing. Game ball to Sonny.
The last 72 hours have been the greatest cell phone from the mainstream media that we could have possibly ever imagined.
Yes, seriously, no, he's right, and he's right to make that comment about Sonny. First of all, Sonny probably wish she never asked that question. She said, is there anything that you would do differently from Joe Biden? And Kamala said, golly gee, don't think there's anything different. I think I would stay the same, even though I know people want to change, right? So Sonny probably feels like I single-handedly destroyed this list. No, you asked the question. She should have answered it better. As much as I want to drag you and make you feel bad for that, as it would be fun for me. But the reality is Kamala Harris should have been better with that question. But everybody knows that was the moment where it was like, over. But coming back to it, keep acting like that. People aren't really watching corporate press anyway. They're not watching it that much. I mean, you have some people that, it's on, but people are starting to look at things differently. Not everybody. Keep it up. Keep giving evidence, because you look hysterical. That's just the same thing I keep saying. These people look hysterical. All of the content that people have created, especially on YouTube, about how the left was doing too much, constant content. And then you don't even realize that one day you're going to wake up and it's all going to click. And then people are going to see, like, it's not going to be just you constantly pointing. It's going to be so obvious that people are going to say, whoa, what is going on over there? And you didn't even have to clip it. I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye.